Hi guys, welcome to Elsh's Kitchen. This is my first video. Today we're going to be making chocolate slice. These are the ingredients that you will need. Cornflakes, 1 egg, vanilla extract, baking powder, cocoa, 250 grams of butter, caster sugar, plain flour, 2 cups so you can use them for other things, fine desiccated coconut. Now I'm not sure if I can get 2 cups out of this because you need 2 cups, so I have a backup just in case. Now what we need to do is preheat the oven to 180 degrees. Is it one? Okay. So what we need to do now is we need to melt the butter, and to do this we need to put the pan on low. I'm going to put it up to about medium. So now what we need to do is we need to turn it back onto low so we can start to put the butter in. Make sure you unwrap the butter first because you don't want plastic in your pan. It wouldn't be very nice to eat. And then you just want to put it in here. It'll start to slide and melt. That's what you want. So what we need to do now is we need to take it off the heat. Just bring it over to some workspace or a bench. And what we need to do is we need to put the cocoa and the flour. And you're going to whisk it in. What you do is you need to get your caster sugar and your cocoa. And what you need to do is you need to take, once it's been taken off the heat, like I've shown you, and then you need to whisk in the sugar and the cocoa. So what you need is 3 tablespoons of cocoa. So just get it out of your cocoa tin, wherever your cocoa is. Here's the cocoa that I already prepared before, and here's the sugar that I already prepared before. So what you're going to do is you've got to put the sugar in, like this. And then you're going to put in the cocoa. This is about 3 tablespoons, which is what you need. Okay. Now you need to whisk. What you need to do is you need to crush 2 cups of cornflakes. So that's 2 cups there. That's 1 cup. And get a little bit more. That wasn't really a full cup. That should be enough. See, what I'm going to do is you just want to crush it with your hands. Make sure your hands are clean before you start crushing it. Might be a little bit noisy. Just want to crush it all. Make sure they're very fine, not big lumps like normal cornflakes. You may scratch a bit, but it's not going to hurt you. Okay, that's about good enough. Okay, so now what you need to do is you need to get your coconut. So all you need is 2 cups of desiccated coconut. So I'm going to bring this bowl over here, so I'm finished with that. Just tap that out. Make sure there's no cornflakes left in it. Don't want cornflakes and things like that. So what we need to do is we need to put 1 egg in there. It's just do slightly on the bench. And then what you want to do, you just want to do it like that. Don't waste any egg yolk, because it's the best. And then just put it somewhere. And then just get the egg off your hands. Now what you want to do is you need to get your cornflakes. You just want to tip it in. As you saw, I already prepared that. Now here's my 2 cups of coconut that I prepared earlier. I didn't have enough desiccated coconut for 2, so I just used some larger ones, and plus they're a little bit sweeter. So, and you just want to tip that in, and then you need to stir it until it's all mixed together, so you can't see any egg. It will start to look like lamington. Get everything from the sides, don't waste anything. There might be a few cornflakes that you missed. Don't worry about that. It'll all cook into it once it's all cooked in the oven. Just make sure all the egg's gone. Make sure you mix everything. It might get a little hard at the last little bit. Make sure you get everything off the sides again. And then that is good. So here is my 2 cups of flour that I prepared earlier. All you need is 2 cups, no more. It'll be too floury and it won't be very good. So you just want to tip that in. Okay, you need 2 teaspoons of the baking powder. So make sure the teaspoons are level. It's about level. So 1 and 2. Okay, so it's about a lid usually of vanilla extract. That would be about, so you need 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Okay, just put that in there. And then you stir it together. And you've got to stir it until it's all completely mixed. So make sure when you're blending all this together and mixing it, make sure when it's finished that there's no white flour there because it won't taste very good. Okay, so the second last step is you got to get all this in. It's going to be difficult, so I'd advise you to just scrape it all in to the pan. It's going to be difficult. Wait, you get every little bit? Okay, so what you're going to do now is you're just going to want to press it firmly with your hands. Make sure your hands are clean once again. You just want to press it in. Press it firmly. Press it all the way to the sides. Get it all in the pan. You've got to have a 30 by 20 centimeter pan. Press it firmly. Make sure there's no bits that aren't covered. Leave nothing on the top of the pan. Get every little bit you can. Press as hard as you can once it's all in the pan. Okay, so now that's done. Okay, so what you need to do now that it's all finished, you need to bring it into the oven. Now don't be afraid of the heat. Just put it in there. I prefer put it in this way so it's all evenly cooked. Just leave it like that. And then leave it for 20 minutes. Make sure once you put it in, you set a timer for 20 minutes so you know when it's done and it's not overcooked. So I'm about to make the icing, which I'll show you in a minute. But this is the finished product of the actual slice that we were making. Now it's time to go into the icing. What you want to do is you want to put the butter into a bowl and you want to use an electric mixer for it. I'd put it on mode 3. Put it onto level 3. or two. So I have 3 teaspoons of water here. So what you're going to do is you're going to gradually put this in with this. I'm going to put a little bit in here. That's enough. So what I'm doing here is I'm just using a spatula just to get everything off the sides so we don't waste anything. So we integrate everything with the mixture. So just put this over here so I'll use it later. Okay, so mixing again. So now we're about to ice the slice. So now what you have to do is make sure it's completely cool before you do it, otherwise the icing will just melt and that won't be very fun. So what we're going to do now is we're going to get a big spoon out of the bowl that we just did all our mixing in. We're going to get a big spoonful of it, and then you're just going to portion it. And then you got to use this when you got it all on there. So you just kind of put it in sections. Make sure you get everything in the bowl so you don't waste any icing. So now we've got all the icing on the slice. What we're going to do now is we're going to use the spreader to spread it along all the thing. So you just got to go along like this. Make sure you get everything on there. Everything in the corners as well. Just get it over the whole thing. Spread it out evenly. A lot of icing. Spread it evenly. Make sure all the slice is covered.